Okay, guys, good morning. Let's start with the class. How are you doing? Are you fine? Are you ready? Yes?
I feel so
Yes,
great.
teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, nice.
Yes, teacher.
That's great. Perfect, guys. So let's start with the class, but first of all, guys, tell me what was the last thing that we studied on Thursday? What was the last thing? What was the topic?
Exercise about the present perfect.
Present
Present.
perfect. Diana, could you please tell me an example of a sentence using present perfect?
You have eaten pizza.
Okay, you haven't eaten pizza. That's okay, that's one. What about negative, Edwin? One with negative. Thank you, Diana. Present perfect, negative.
I haven't eaten at that restaurant in a long time.
Excellent, that's good. I haven't, right? Eaten in a restaurant. Oh, in that restaurant, right? That's great. What about one with an interrogative one? Who wants to tell me one? Interrogative one. Just no question. Which could be one example of that? No.
How you visited Spain.
Have you visited Spain? That's okay. That's another one, right? Just remember first, you need to use the auxiliary, right? I hope all of you study the past participle of the verbs, okay? Remember that you're going to use them a lot, okay? So, guys, today we're going to start with a new topic. And present perfect continuous. So let's start with that. Okay, so let me share that with you guys. And also, I want to tell you something. Um, if you remembered February 18th, we need to finish this first model, right? So we're going to do the first, we can say, written test this week. So after the class, maybe in the afternoon, you're going to have in the site the first evaluation. That is like a short quiz, and we're going to do like a review about present perfect and simple past, the things that we have studied all these days. Okay, so we're going to have the first reading, we can say the first quiz, no reading test, the first quiz this week. So after the class or maybe in the afternoon, you will look for the the quiz in the site. Okay, you're going to have around 3 days to finish or to do the quiz, and I will check then later, right? So we're going to talk about it later, so be ready for that. Okay, so guys, let's see. I don't know if you're able to see the screen that I am sharing. Yes. So guys, present perfect continuous. We're going to study these today, right? So there you have present perfect continuous. What is that? The present perfect continuous is usually a connection with the present or now. We use the present perfect continuous to talk about what? Past action recently stopped, or also past action still continuing. When we use the present perfect continuous, we are going to use two auxiliaries. verbs together with a main verb, but we're going to see that later, right? So you have two options here, right? Past action recently stopped, or past action still continue now in the present, right? So present perfect continuous for past action just stopped. For example, there you have that. We use the present perfect continuous tense to talk about an action that started in the past and stopped recently. There is usually a result, right? So it's something that, remember, when we use the present perfect, something that started in the past but it will continue in the present, right? But in this case, that is almost the same. The action started in the past and stopped recently. So, examples. I'm tired because I've been running. Why are you tired? Why? Because you have been running. The action have already stopped, right? So that is something that started in the past but stopped recently. Why are you tired? Because I have been running, right? So also, you can say, why is the grass wet? Has it been raining? That would be like a question, right? Why right now the grass is wet? It has been raining, but that action stopped recently, right? So you must pay attention to this, okay? Also, present perfect continuous for past action continuing now. We use the present perfect continuous tense to talk about an action that started in the past and continue now. This is often used with for and since. You know the use of these words, right? Because you must use them for present perfect. But in this case, we're going to use it in this way. For example, you can have I have been reading for 2 hours. What it means this? It says talk about an action. I have been reading, I have started reading, sorry. But now I have been reading for 2 hours. The action continuing now, right? So look, you're using this word for 2 hours, a period of time, right? Or we've been studying since 9 o'clock, right? We have been studying. So that is an action that started in the past but continue until now, okay? So in that case, you're going to use the present perfect continuous, okay? So the structure of the present perfect continuous tense is subject plus the auxiliary have plus auxiliary be plus the main verb. As I told you before, in the case of present perfect continuous, we need to use two auxiliaries together, right, with the main verb. In this case, you're going to use the main verb with ing form, right? But you need the auxiliary have or has, depends of the subject that you have in the sentence. Then you need the auxiliary be, but in this case, you're going to use the auxiliary be in past participle. What is the past participle? Been, right? So, have or has depends of the subject, the auxiliary being, and then you're going to use the main verb with ing form. Yes? So don't forget, subject, auxiliary, the first, we can say the first auxiliary, right? Have or has, the second auxiliary, the past participle of the verb be, been, and also the main verb with ing. That is the structure, okay? So, examples. Let's see some examples. How would you write the affirmative forms of this tense, right? First of all, don't forget that you need a subject, the first auxiliary, in this case have, because you're talking about I, right? So then the second auxiliary being, that is the verb being past participle. And look, what is the main verb? Wait. But according to the rules, you need to use ing. So waiting for 1 hour. So there you have an affirmative sentence with present perfect continuous. Also, you have been talking too much. That's another one, right? Subject, first auxiliary, second auxiliary, main verb with ing and the complement. What about the negative form? It has not been raining. In this case, you need first the subject, it, then the first auxiliary has, and after the first auxiliary, you need to write down the word not. It has not. After the second auxiliary, the verb being past participle, right? Being, then the main verb with ing. It has not been raining. Why are you using has in this case? Because you have the subject or the pronoun it. So it has not been raining. That is the negative. Also, we have not been playing football. That is almost the same, right? So don't forget the structures, guys. First subject, then first auxiliary, the word not, then being, that is the second auxiliary, the main verb with ing and the complement. That is a negative sentence, right? Interrogative. Also, you can have just no questions with a present perfect continuous. There you have the interrogative. Have you been seeing her? Look at this structure. First of all, you have what? The first auxiliary. Where is the first auxiliary? Have. Then the subject, you in this case, right? And the verb be, that is the second auxiliary, the verb being past participle, then the main verb with ing, complement, and the question mark at the end. So have you been seeing her? Remember, this is a yes no question, so you must answer in this way. Yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Yeah? So, you don't need to give extra information. If you want to add extra information, that's okay. But in this case, yes, I have. That's the answer. If it is negative, no, I haven't. And that's okay. What about if you have a WH word question? First of all, the WH word question, then the first auxiliary, the subject, the second auxiliary, and the main verb with ing. And then if you want, you can have the complement. And don't forget the question mark. So this is a WH question. So you must answer this question completely. For example, she has been working at a hotel. So there you have a complete sentence. An affirmative one. Where has she been working? Ah, she has been working right at a hotel. Yes? So there you have the two options. Yes, no questions, and WH were questions, right? So there you have the answers. Let's see. Contractions with present perfect continuous. When we use the present perfect continuous tense in speaking, we often contract the subject and the first auxiliary verb. Or sometimes we can do like an informal writing. For example, I have been. That's like the long form, right? And then we have the contraction or the short form. I have been, you're contracting the pronoun in this case with the auxiliary have, right? I've been. You have been, you've been, right? Don't forget that V sound there, right? And he has been, he's been. She has been, she's been. It has been, it's been. John has been, John's been. The car has been, the car's been. For example, in his or she's or its, you can say, he is being. No, right? You cannot say that. Remember that in this case, you are using the auxiliary has, right? So you are going to identify that according to the context that you have, right? So also we have been, we've been, they have been, they've been. So that is like you're going to use the contractions often, right? In speaking, but that's okay if you're using it in writing. Okay, don't worry about it. And for example, you can say, I've been reading. That's okay. Jenny's been helping us recently. So you're contracting what? The name Jenny with the auxiliary has, the first auxiliary there, right? Or in negative sentences, we may contract the first auxiliary verb and not. That's different. For example, I haven't been playing tennis. So, in this case, you're going to contract the first auxiliary. What is the first auxiliary in this sentence? Have. So, haven't. You have the word not including there. Then the second auxiliary, the verb with ing, and we can say the complement. Or it hasn't been snowing, right? That's another one. I don't know, guys, if you have questions. I guess this is a little bit easy. And that is easier than the other one. Do you have questions, comments? Is it clear? No?
No, teacher.
Okay, guys, right now, I just want you to use the chat and give me or write down there we can say for examples. For example, I need one affirmative sentence, one negative, one yes, no question, and one WH word question. Okay? So I want you to write them down in the chat. Do it there. Okay? One affirmative, one negative, one just no question, that is the interrogative, and WH word question with their answers, okay? So work in the chat, write them down. Later, we're going to check them together, okay? So you're going to have around 5, yeah, 5 minutes, okay? And write down the sentences there. Remember, Thank you, Diana. You have one there. So if you have questions, don't forget to raise your hand and I will help you, okay? So work. 5 minutes. Affirmative, negative, just no question, and WH question with their answers, okay? Work. Work on there. Okay, guys, let's check some of your sentences. First of all, we have Diana here. It says the number one, I have been studying English for a long time. That's okay. She has not been visiting the doctor. That's another one. Good. That is the negative, right? Uh, has he been eating healthy? That the answer, right? You don't have it. No. What have you been doing in the
Yes,
morning?
me.
That's the answer.
I write the sentence again.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed that. Okay, don't worry, Diana. That's okay. So we can say it. Has he been eating healthy? No, he hasn't. That's the answer, right? What have you been? That's a little mistake there. Doing in the morning. I have been working at the office. That's okay. Perfect. That is like a complete answer for that one. Perfect. Nice, Diana. Edwin, it says, I have been climbing up this mountain for over 2 hours. That's great. Simon hasn't been attending class regularly since he got a job. That's okay. Have you been crying? No, I haven't. That's the answer, the short one. And how long has he been waiting? He has been waiting for 3 hours. Perfect. Very good, Edwin. Nice. Miss Wendy, my mom has been embroidering her, we can say tablecloth, right? All week. Hmm. I don't think all week, and that is like perfect there, Miss Wendy. You should use like my mom has been embroidering her tablecloth for 3 days or for a week, maybe, but not all, maybe. There, that is not suitable. Um, Miss Jacqueline, I have been running for a long time. That's good. That's the affirmative one. Then again, no. Let's see, Miss Jacqueline, how? Oh, that's a mistake there, Mister. How long? You don't need the A there. How long has he been running? Okay, you don't need the article A there. No. How long? That's only how long. Um, have you had roses in the garden? I guess, Miss Wendy, that is like present perfect. But we need one with present perfect continuous. So check that one, Miss Wendy. Uh, we have been been eating pizza. Only one auxiliary there, Miss Jacqueline. The subject, the first auxiliary, then the second auxiliary, and the main verb with ing. So we have been eating pigs. You don't need another bean there. Okay, check that one, Miss Jacqueline. Mr. Freddy, I haven't been watching my classes. Why, Mr. Freddy? Okay, that's a good one. Um, Mr. Miguel Cuellar, I have to go to work. I has not been sunny. Okay, Mr. Miguel. Remember that we are studying now present perfect continuous, Mr. Miguel. So I have to go to work. That is, can say an affirmative sentence using have to. Yes. And I has not been sunny. That's not okay. Mm-mm. So, Mr. Miguel, fix those sentences. We need present perfect continuous. Those sentences are not in present perfect continuous. So, check them, Mr. Miguel. Mr. Freddy, where have you been studying? In that case, that's okay, the question, Mr. Freddy, but the answer? Remember, there you have a WH word question, so you must answer completely. That is not just no question. So, where have you been studying? Ah, I have been studying in an academy, or I have been studying the school, etc. Right? But no, yes, I have been studying. No, that's the answer there. That is not okay. Only the question, Mr. Freddy. And Mr. Cuellar, it says, has you car married? Yes, I have no. No. No, no, Mr. Miguel, no. Check those sentences, right? You must use the structure that we were studying before, right? So be careful with that, okay? So, I don't know, guys, if you have any questions or comments. No? Is everything clear?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, guys, thanks. Perfect. So, just check some of your mistakes, okay? We're going to continue, guys. Let's continue with another exercise. It says, um, it's Saturday morning. What have Tim and his school friends been doing since they got up? You have there the information. For example, Tim decorated his bedroom. Patrick worked on his biology project. Sam and Matt practice rugby. Joe and Peter watch Sam and Matt. Raymond do nothing. That's one. Sue and Jane shop. Melanie help with housework. Maria and Julie chat on the internet. Fiona and Eve do community work. Kate read a book, right? A book. So it's Saturday morning, guys. What have Teen and his school friends been doing since they got up? For example, what about Teen? It says Teen decorated his bedroom. Hmm. How would you write that with that information but
Has been
present perfect? So Teen
has been decorating his bed.
has been excellent decorating his what bedroom. Excellent, Edwin. So Dean has been decorating his bedroom, and you're doing what? The number one. That's okay, guys. So I want you to work in these sentences, right? Use the information that you have there and please write down present perfect continuous sentences, okay? It will be around 7, 8, 9, 10, right? 10 sentences. I will do the short, right? Use the information that you have there, okay? Work. Remember, present perfect continuous. Don't forget the structures, right? Subject first plus, we can say first auxiliary plus second auxiliary plus main verb plus ing plus the complement. Don't forget that structure, guys, okay? Subject, first auxiliary, depends on the subject, right? Second auxiliary, verb being past participle. Then the main verb in ing, with ing, right? Decorating and the complement. Okay, so use this information to write down present perfect continuous sentences, right? So what have Dean and his school friends been doing since they got up? Okay, so guys, work on them. I will make it bigger, okay? And this is the example. So work, guys. You're going to have around 5 minutes. Work on them, please. Then we're going to check them together. So remember guys, if you have questions, don't forget to raise your hand or unmute your microphone and ask. Okay, work. 5 minutes. Okay, wait, I will write it down.
Has been.
Okay, wait, I will go there. Okay, Patrick has been, oh sorry, been, what, Miss Jackie? Working,
On his biology.
biology, project, right? Project, project. Excellent, perfect, Miss Jacqueline, right? The subject, the first subsidiary, then the second one, the member with ing. Excellent, very good, perfect. Let's see the number 3. Who wants to try the number 3? You have Sam and Matt.
Sam and Matt have been practicing rugby.
Sam and Matt have. Remember, according to the subject, you're going to use, in this case, have been, yes, practicing, right? Rugby. Excellent. What about the number 4? Who has the number 4?
Joe and Peter have been watching Sam and Matt.
Okay, John and Peter have, again, right, have been watching, watching
Sam and Matt.
Sam and Matt. That's okay, very good, excellent. So, Matt. Perfect. So, Joe and Peter have been watching Sam and Matt. That's okay. What about Raymond? What do you think about Raymond?
Raymond has been doing nothing.
That's okay. Raymond has, right, been doing nothing. Excellent. There you have, right, like a negative with nothing. Raymond has been doing nothing. That is a negative word in this case, nothing. Okay, that's perfect. What about Sue and Jane? What about Sue and Jane?
Sue and Jane have been shopping.
Sue and Jane have who? Melanie has been helping. Oh, that's the other Miss Wendy. Wait. So Sue and Jane have what? Had been. Don't forget this one. Had been shopping. That's okay. Double P. Don't forget, right? Sue and Jane have been shopping. Don't forget the double P there because you have a consonant, vowel, consonant, right? So, very good. Let's see. Miss Wendy says the number 7. Let's see. Melanie has been helping with housework. Yes, perfect. That's okay, Miss Wendy. I will write it here. Melanie has been has been helping with housework. That's okay. Perfect. Very good. So Melanie has been helping with housework. Very good. What about Maria? Maria and Julie. What?
Maria and Julie have been chatting on the internet.
Have been, yes, have been chatting. Remember double T again here, right? Chatting on the internet. That's okay. So have been chatting on the internet. That's okay. Perfect. Fiona and Eve, I guess I have an answer here. Mr. Freddy says Kate. Oh, that's the last one. Kate has been reading a book. Okay, Mr. Freddy, nice. But what about the number 9? What do you think about that one? Fiona and
Fiona
Eve.
and Eve have been doing community work.
Excellent, Edwin. So, have been, right, doing community, right, community work. That's okay. So, Fiona and Eve have been doing community work. That's excellent. And the last one, I guess Mr. Freddy wrote it here. Kate has been reading a book. That's okay, Mr. Freddy. So, Kate has, remember the subject, right? Has been reading a book. Excellent. Oh, that's my mistake. Very good, right? He has been reading a book. Excellent. Perfect, guys. I guess that is easy, right? I don't know if you have questions about it. Is it easy? Don't forget the structures,
No,
right? Okay, just subject, first auxiliary, second auxiliary. No, you don't have, right? The main verb, the ing, the complement for affirmative ones, right? Also for the negative ones, subject, the first auxiliary, the word not, then the second auxiliary, the main verb with ing and the complement. Yes? And if you have questions, again, first auxiliary, then the subject, the second auxiliary, the main verb with ing, the complement, the question mark, right? So don't forget the structures, right? If you don't have questions, let me say this in Spanish, okay? Bueno, creo que en el caso solo Diana estaría. Sí, bueno, hay otras dos más que son nuevas en el grupo, pero creo yo que no han tenido problemas con Google Site. En el Google Site, como siempre hemos hecho ahí los quizzes, ¿verdad? Los pequeños exámenes que realizamos. Igual, Diana, si en algún momento tienes dudas o preguntas, puedes escribirme y con gusto te ayudaré. Para los demás, váyanse a Google Chat. Creería yo que por la tarde van a tener ustedes ya ahí el examen. Lo realizan y luego. Ya, ok, Diana. De hecho, ahí mismo les aparece su nota, ¿verdad? Cuando ustedes finalicen el examen, ahí les va a aparecer qué nota han obtenido. ¿De qué va a ser el examen? Pues hicimos un pequeño repaso sobre el pasado, ¿se acuerdan? También los one and ones, ¿verdad? Relative pronouns. And I guess present perfect. Creo que sí. Sí, digámoslo así, digamos que es un link, Diana, ajá, y ese link los dirige a la evaluación y ustedes lo realizan en Google Forms. Pero, ¿a qué hora dice? ¿No? Vaya, la hora se lo voy a colocar por la tarde. Igual ahí ustedes tómense su tiempo para realizar el examen. Recuerden que van a tener poco tiempo, como unos 3, quizás hasta el día jueves o viernes para entregar la evaluación. Solo tienen una oportunidad. La verdad que, bueno, con ustedes creo que no se me dio mucho el caso, pero con los de nivel 1 sí. Habían personas que hacían el examen hasta 5 veces hasta que tenían 10 y pues eso es trampa, ¿verdad? Solo tienen una oportunidad. Si usted sacó 2 en la primera oportunidad, pues 2 va a tener. Pero si usted dice, ay, me saqué 2, voy a intentar hacerlo de nuevo, hasta que se saca 10, no. Si hace eso, si hay 5, por ejemplo, hay 5 evaluaciones de Edwin, en una tiene 2, en otra 6, en otra 8, hasta que en la otra tiene 10, la primera nota es la que le va a quedar a él. 2. Entonces, no hay que hacer trampa, chicos. Un intento tienen para hacer las evaluaciones. Igual, ahí les voy a explicar mejor, ¿verdad? No sé si hay preguntas o dudas. Usualmente no hay un tiempo ahí, Diana. Igual ustedes estudien primero y vayan seguros y realicen la evaluación, ¿verdad? ¿No tienen preguntas? ¿No? Ok.
Hola, teacher.
Dígame.
Yo sí tengo una pregunta. Yo descargué Google Site, no, Google Chat, perdón, y parece que yo no le di el correo. No sé si lo necesito.
Si gusta, de hecho sí. Envíemelo, Jacqueline, si gusta a WhatsApp y ahí pues la agrego yo al grupo, no hay problema. Ahora bien, Google Site, recuerden que solo con el link ustedes pueden acceder al sitio, ¿verdad? Ahí sí no tienen que descargar nada. Entonces envíeme, Miss Jacqueline, por favor, al WhatsApp, sí, al WhatsApp. Su correo y ahí le agrego, no hay problema.
Ok, gracias.
Bien, Edwin, ¿tenías dudas, no? Mr. Freddy, ajá.
No.
Okay,
Sí, teacher, solo una consulta. Yo también tengo el mismo problema. Descargué Google Chat y no me aparece ahí la invitación. Le mandé el correo ahí al grupo de WhatsApp, pero no sé si se lo reenvío porque no me aparece la invitación para unirme ahí al grupo.
Reenvíemelo, pero igual ya lo agregué, ya le envié la solicitud, Mr. Freddy, pero no sé qué ha pasado ahí. Y igual, si no, le enviaré el video para que pueda ver usted ahí en qué está fallando, ¿verdad? Porque no puede ver la solicitud. De igual forma, envíeme de nuevo el correo, lo vuelvo a agregar, Mr. Freddy, y vemos ahí si ya no tiene problemas. ¿Ok?
Sí, correcto, porque yo vi el video ahí, el último video que subió el ingeniero de informática, ahí explicando
como los pasos,
pero,
¿verdad?
O sea, no sé si tal vez no sé si tal vez sería, digamos, crear otra cuenta ahí recomendarlo a él o utilizar otra cuenta especialmente solo para las clases. Si no puedo conectarme con el correo que le mande, puedo crear otra cuenta para que me agregue con ese otro nuevo correo.
Está bien, Mr. Freddy, ahí envíenmelo. Y igual revise bien que no haya ningún error, ¿verdad? Que a veces son mayúsculas y los escribimos con minúsculas y puede que ahí también esté fallando. Pero igual, envíenmelo de nuevo.
Correcto.
Y pues lo vamos a agregar, vamos a ver en qué falta.
Bueno,
¿Okay?
gracias.
Okay. So guys, if you don't have more questions, let's see you next class. Have a nice day and take care, guys. Bye bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, Edwin. Take care. Bye, Diana. Bye, Mr. Freddy. Bye, Miss Wendy. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.